How to draw a milk bottle. Welcome to Rain Francis Art for Kids. Today I'm going to show you how to draw this cute little milk bottle with colored pencils. I'll show you how to do this step by step. This is an easy drawing lesson for kids, beginners, and kids of all ages. Hi everyone, welcome to Rain Francis Art for Kids. My name is Rain. In this series, Alphabet Soup, we choose a letter from the alphabet and we draw food that starts with that letter. So let's draw. This is what you'll need for today's drawing. You're going to need a piece of paper. I have my dollar store drawing pad here. It's 11 by 8.5. You're going to need a pencil and an eraser. And if you have an old paintbrush lying around that you've never used to paint with, you can use that to brush off your page. We are only using two colors today. I have a cream color here, which is kind of like a mix between a white and a yellow. And I have a blue color. I also have my fine-tipped black marker for outlining. And I have my black Sharpie. Don't know if I'm going to use it, but I always have it with me just in case. So there we go. Let me clear off my page here and we can begin drawing our milk bottle. Now this is alphabet soup, so we always write out the words of what we are drawing, and we are going to draw a milk bottle. So let's start with a capital M and a small m, and for bottle we start with a capital B and a small b. Okay, now let's write out milk bottle. Capital M, and then there's an I, and we have an L and a K, and now let's write out bottle. Capital B with an O, we have two T's, an L, and an E, and there's milk bottle. So let's grab our pencil and we will draw our milk bottle. Now I'm going to start with the actual bottle. Hope I can do this. There we go. And then it's kind of flat on the bottom. I think that worked. And then we can put the top like that. And we've got a lid, which is going to be just a little round shape like that. And we have a little milk line here, right? Okay. And what we're going to do is I am going to draw some letters. See how we spelled milk there? I'm going to draw some letters. And I'm going to kind of make them like this. Okay, because I want to write out the word milk. Now, this is going to be interesting, the K. Ooh, I think I did it. There we go. Now it's kind of off center, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is, let's see, I'm going to put a little bit of a smiley face, but this little milk person is going to be happily sleeping. Why don't we do this to make it look more even? I'll put an exclamation mark. That way it doesn't look like I messed up the area. So we've got milk. So it's not just saying milk. Now it's going milk. So now we're going to take our black fine tip marker, if you have one. And I'm going to outline everything. And I'm not worried too much about following my pencil marks because I will be erasing them. Okay. There we go. Our little milk line. The little eyes. Now, if you're not going to erase your pencil marks, try to follow your lines. But if you are erasing them, don't worry if you don't follow them exactly, because they're going to be gone once you erase them.
You know what? I'm going to add a second exclamation mark. There we go. Milk, milk. Now I'm going to erase all of my pencil marks. Make sure that your marker is dry. Okay. And there we go. All of my pencil marks are erased. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cream color and I'm going to color in the milk. I'm going to try not to get any color into those letters, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be coloring them with blue after. So if you want, you can just color the whole thing in. If that's easier for you, go ahead and do that. I'm probably going to do that instead of going around each one and trying to make it, you know. When you have a very light color like this cream color, and you put in a blue, especially a darker blue, it's going to cover the cream color completely. So you could always just leave this as is, the color of the page, or maybe you have chocolate milk, so you can color it in brown. Some people drink strawberry milk, and you can color it in pink. Mine is a little bit of a creamy milk, so it's a cream color. Now what I'm doing is I'm turning my pencil once in a while just to make sure it doesn't wear down all on one side. We don't want that, because what happens is the tip breaks so quickly if it wears down all on one side, and then you have to sharpen, 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 and it doesn't last very long. So there we go, little cream color for our milk. I'm going to color this in a second time, and that means I'm adding a second layer of color. Okay? That's how we get our color. We add layers. If you color it in 3 times, you're adding a third layer of color. You get the idea. Coloring it in 4 times means 4 layers. Right, right, right. It just makes it a little more colorful. And that way you don't have to press down hard to get the color you want. Just add layers and save your hand. Save your pencil and save your hand. Okay, so that's the first color. Now I'm going to take that blue and I'm going to color in the lid and the letters in blue. And I am going to add 2 layers for sure. At least 2 layers. This is an easy little drawing for today. We only have 2 colors and it was very simple. Okay, so I'm going to add a second layer right away to the top of the milk bottle, to the lid. And you can see the difference between 1 layer and 2 layers right there. It does make a big difference. And I really am not pressing down hard at all. It's just the process of layering. Now it's going to look different for everyone because not everybody has the same type of pencil, right? I just added a quick 3rd layer in case you were wondering. So yeah, we all have different brands of pencils. I'm just going to color in all the letters, okay? Now I am going to be careful here. I do not want to get any blue into the milk. And I will not do a second layer because I'm looking at this. And because I have a layer of the cream color, it's actually looking like really nice right now. See, I think it's a nice little color there. I think I only have to do 1 layer of blue on this. I'm just going around the edges where I missed, but yeah, just 1 layer should do it. because we have one layer of, or 2 layers of cream under there. And then we put a little blue on top. And it's different. It may not be easy for you to see the difference. This is a little bit of a lighter blue now because of that cream color. I just discovered that. How nice. I like to drink chocolate milk. I have chocolate milk every day. Just a little glass. So yummy. I used to drink strawberry milk. Do you remember that powdered stuff? I think it was called Quick. They probably still make it, but they make it in a syrup, you know. They used to have a strawberry Quick. I used to love that. Look at that. Doesn't that look cute? I love the cream and the blue together. Well, I'm going to take my cream color and I'm just going to do a very light layer here. Just so it's not the color of the page. You may not be able to see, but just a very light color. And that's it. So that's our milk bottle, my friends. Now don't forget to sign your work. I always encourage you to sign your work because I want you to be very, very proud of the beautiful work of art that you just created. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, my friends, and we will see you next time on Alphabet Soup. Thanks for watching. Bye.